Hello everyone, anyone, and welcome back to Divinity, Original Sin Enhanced Edition. And my voice sounds weird is because I'm fighting off a cold, and I am medicated. So, I think I said the same thing in the Underrail LP that I did before this, but if I say anything absolutely batshit insane, pardon my French, I blame the cold and everything. So, yeah. This is thing... okay, anyway, I'm looking through the equipment. I just put something... Oh, that's just Seamus's inventory. Yeah, this is gonna be a long episode. Or a long one to record. Long story short, I wanted to actually do a little tiny bit of crafting on camera. Because somebody kind of requested it, and yeah, and beyond that point, it's just... I think blacksmithing is... maybe needs to be crafting, and we'll do blacksmithing first. Alright, blacksmithing. So, we have ourselves a rapier that we wish to make this sharper, yes? So, you take this here, and you go down to this weapon here. Yeah, it already says it's sharp, but it can be sharper. You'll see its max damage is 60. Go ba-ba-ba-ba. Now its max damage is 71. That is good. Now, after that, you'll get so many of these essences. And it is, in my experience, that I'm just switching around belts to make sure I have top marks in crafting before I do anything. That sort of thing. You're going to get tons of these things. Air essences, earth essences, fire. I don't know why this one's different. It must be bugged. It doesn't have any weight. That's probably why. Shadow essence. Now, shadow essence is good for, like... I don't know if there is a shadow damage. I guess there is, but... what Ziyal has in one hand is she's got herself the very, very water-heavy, awesome... I love this weapon. I mean, look at this thing. It's amazing. I also really love this offhand weapon, so I'm probably going to give it some love as well. So, other things that you want to do. See these Tormented Souls? They rule as well. So, we're going to craft, and that might actually have been... I'm not sure if this Tormented... if this is this or blacksmithing. So, let's get a Tormented Soul here, and you'll see it's giving me +2, +1 leadership, and movement speed. What's it giving me now? Yeah. Dexterity, speed, strength, better, stronger, faster. Yep. Those are awesome. You can also buy Tormented Souls from some people, so they're valuable, but they're not unreplaceable. Now, really the thing about it is that we have a water rapier already. I'm thinking that the damage that I'm interested in going for is something different on this weapon, just in case. So, fire would be counterproductive because, what does this thing have to do? Does it have a chance to, like, I have to see what the other one has a chance to do. Does it have a chance to, like, freeze or anything cool with that? Yeah, it has a chance to do chilled status, so we don't want to do fire. But we'd like to do something cool. I'm thinking earth. Yeah, let's give it a nice earthy tones. Get nice earthy tones. We got some bushy little trees here. They're happy little trees. And pop that. Bam! It is improved with the powers of Earth, Captain Planet. I don't think you can do it multiple times. It's only if the weapon already comes with it, right? Yeah. Yeah, I just wasted one of them, I'm pretty sure. Because, yeah, it was already 6-11. So, whoops. And we say, go back to Ziyal. Beyond that, the other thing that you can kind of do is the tenebrium ore. Now that we become immune to tenebrium problems, we can make that into stuff or you can upgrade weapons with that. But the problem with that I found is that it requires you under weapons to get your tenebrium up. Like, I'd have to go like this. Spend all my skill points to get that to be able to craft that in particular. So it's a little less valuable to me because Jahan is easily the guy who needs the most skill points for things because I've branched him out into 3 different magic schools. I don't regret that. I just think that he's a crafter, he's this, he's that. He's got so many different hats, you know? So we don't want to do that. What we do want to do is... I just put on that belt for a reason. I was going to see if by chance, an anvil plus tenebrium bar if I was able to actually craft a something out of it. No, nothing. Excellent. That's not gonna do it. Do two of them together do something? Probably not. Yeah, I got nothing. So never mind on that front. Let's put on a belt that is better for him. That looks good. And Ziyal will re-equip her dagger. I know the inventory's a mess, shut up. And there we go. Now she's got a weapon that she can be proud of. That is really nice. I mean, her dexterity is up to 17, which reminds me, for Bear Daughter, I decided to replace it with this bow, which now that I'm thinking about it, because look at that critical chance. 8% critical plus. It's got great effects on it. So, yeah, sorry, I lied. This is where Jahan says, what, again? Seriously? And because the thing was, I was happy because it had the extra stats going for it with, I was using a dexterity base, but it gave me +2 dexterity. But the critical strike on this thing is obscene. So, once again, I think we're under crafting. Put on our crafting belt again. And we go, hey, this, and you know what? The heck with it. Boom. Torment that soul. So we got our 2 dexterity back, plus even strength. So if I have anything that's better for her to wear from the strength category... Oh, sorry. Like, she'll have increased strength because of it. So 7 strength might be enough to wear certain heavy armors. I think Seamus is in charge of holding on to most of this stuff. I mean, now granted, this stuff requires like 11 strength, yada yada. But there's other things like helmets and things that are lesser level that you can do. Because it's very possible for your casters to be decked out pretty well. I probably should need to replace this Buffalo Saber. Just since this is not... Oh, that's right, because... yeah. Was that the one I was going to use? I think so. It seems familiar, Captain. So, go over here, blah, blah, blah. Make sure we put on our... Oh, wait, no. No. I got too excited. Gotta make sure, get this back here. Boom, to Jahan. The crafting episode. This is why most of this is done off camera. But I wanted to show it off. And the air essence. So it gives me 8 to 13, and this will give me 19 to 32. Now that's a knife. And there you go. That bow is fantastic, and I'm proud to have constructed it. Back to Bear Daughter. Well, made it better. And there we go. So she's gonna rock the Casbah with that pretty hardcore. Just kind of looking at what these things are. See, look, I can even get her strength up to 8 with this. Yeah, food for thought. Anyway, for Jahan, blacksmithing belt. I put this axe here. I say, hello, what is up, Wheatstone? Organize your inventory makes this easier. I also, considering I put so much on there, I could probably also put the scope on that bow, but we're gonna just chill out with what we got because those things are hard to find. Cool. It is an improved axe, and I like the leadership skill for Seamus because I've spread him out a little thin too. Switch back to crafting, not that one. Then we are going to... What weapon is this? Water? Well, you're gonna get more water. Kaboom! Alright, so there we go. Now we have ourselves a fine weapon to give back to Seamus so he can use it. Although he's got this stupid crusher talent, and you can't actually make maces, which is so lame. Like one hand, they can't make clubs. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have way too much of this stuff on me. The trick to this now is, say, Jahan, yeah, you take that. There's no point in the ore just being the ore, so turn it into bars. And that'll save you a lot of hassle in the long run. If your inventory was cleaner, Ziyal, this would be much easier to do. I know. I'm definitely know this. But this weighs a lot less. I think if I do this, all this, I should be able to get it down to where Don't even notice it. Don't click too fast. Click just the right way. We just want to tappa, tappa, tappa. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Tappa, tappa. Okay, that's from the Simpsons episode. Yeah, see? Aha, he's no longer over encumbered. Boom. The ore themselves weighs way more than the bars. Look at that, man. That's sort of a fat stack of cash. Yeah. And I could create more grenades. Just a bunch of stuff I could do. And yes, the inventory is still a mess, but we're not going to be like doing the entire inventory showcase right now because that's too much to do. Although I will real quick because this is still chilling here. Saying, Jahan, yeah, it's too heavy. I cannot carry it, yeah? And make this into bars as well. And really, the way to do it is that when you decide, hey, I want to do crafting, you just get these out. So you send them to the homestead, and you worry about that another time. Sending them to the homestead isn't that bad. I mean, like, I could just do that with most anything. I just want to do that in particular for these items because I'm not going to sell them, and now his inventory is a lot more manageable. Okay, so that was crafting.
Heard any good tales, my friend?
Nah. That was crafting with Ziyal. What a fun time we had. Did we all learn something? Yeah. No? No one learned anything? Ah, alright. I tried. I see Silver Glen Road, and then I do that. Just no, Silver Glen. Silver Glen. And we could do a little, I could go around doing shopping. Oh, that's right. Now it occurs to me the other thing I'm supposed to have done with my time.
The world is not immaculate as yet, friend. Be wary.
God, I hate these people. I tell you, might be. I'm thinking episode 100 might be a very special episode. We're not there yet, though.
Must you bother me at every time? So good of you to drop by, my liege. As always, be welcome.
And look, they'll probably be like, wow, the much better mace that you totally should have upgraded instead of that one. I'm just kind of looking and seeing this. Also, I can just probably just just sell off some things. Is it better? Oh, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, anyway, I'm just, give me some gold. Give it. Alright. Just because Ziyal does have weight encumbrance issues. It's probably because she carries everyone's personal recollections from the mid-80s on. But we're level 15, and that's the reason why I wanted to look at the skill book. So we're going to go shopping together, gang. And just kind of see, and we'll weigh the pros and cons. I won't have access to everything, although if I get desperate enough, I could use a bloodstone, and I'm pretty sure I'm at the point where I'll open up another elemental, which will have more books to sell. So, let's see. Hi. Why are you standing?
Ever shot a bullseye in your sleep? Well, no wonder with your skill book as empty as all that.
He is just... Alright, there is Shrapnel Scutter, which I did not do. Barrage, is it the one I already got? Yeah, that's expert. I'm looking for master stuff. I already have arrow spray. You don't have the 15s? He doesn't have any of the 15s. You are useless to me. Bear Dodger shall learn nothing from you. Get out of my sight. You disgust me. Yep. Okay, Banner Arms. For Seamus, the Flurry Master. Main weapon and deal 81 to 133 damage each strike. Requires a melee weapon and strength and such. That's probably where one of the skills will go, because why not? Yep. Okay, so I'm not using this no more. I'm not using these. Don't even know what this is. Sometimes you can't think too hard about it. Buffalo Saber. Oh, yeah, now you owe me money. That's the way, it's always the way you want to end these things. Wow, that's pretty cool too. It's a good helmet. I mean, I like the Constitution from the other thing, but don't get me wrong. Oh, he's got a legendary thing here too. Look at this. Yeah. Divine, excuse me. God, they have so many different categories now. I remember I had to used to do a mod to make it so that they were closer to the World of Warcraft categories of stuff. Okay, so congratulations, Seamus. You are now the proud owner of Flurry Master. Okay, so that will be... Which page will that be on? This one. Gotta remember these exist. And, yeah, gotta be pretty close to it, but if you really want to wail on someone, that's the way to do it. Alright. we continue along our journey of selling things and buying
Quite
stuff.
a fine skeleton beneath that hide of yours, isn't there?
Okay.
Yes, a lovely, sturdy thing. I bet it'll last 100 generations
Okay.
if treated properly.
Yep. Become heir. Nope. You don't have what I require, so F's to you. I was looking for level 15 skill books for her, and that is not happening. I believe, actually, after all this time, now I'm thinking about it for Ziyal, how many things do you know in the scoundrel thing? Daggers drawn sucks, so we're gonna forget it. Click to forget. And I should... If I sold all of them, I'm gonna be so annoyed at myself, because this sounds like something I would have done. I think I did. I think I did. Because I was going to pick up my couch. And yeah, of course I sold it off because I'm stupid. And I deserve everything that happens to me. Well, you could call it self-esteem issue, I suppose.
Quite
Yeah.
a fine skeleton
Nope.
beneath that
Nope.
hide of yours, isn't there? Yes, a lovely, sturdy thing. I bet it'll last 100 generations if treated properly.
Yep, that's my price. That's my price for having accidentally sold this off to pick this up again. Thankfully, it looks like I can just get rid of it and get a little gold for my trouble. So, not a big deal. Not a big deal. And that's not even the skill I was really looking for, but it's a matter of doing this. And I'll organize, or I'll at least press a button to organize inventory a little later. Eye gouge, because blind now works. Huzzah! Plus, does that look nasty? Like, ouch. Oh. I'd see another other games tab is how you look at things, so that's why I'm doing that. Beyond that, the other sellers are out here, and I don't... Jahan's not up there, so really I have to go to the end of time to go check out...
in the gods, baby, 'cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Yeah, that's what you get. And yeah, apologies that like I'm doing this on camera, but some of it's a matter of just like people don't necessarily know things, or that's my flimsy justification while I'm sick to record the some of the busy work stuff that gets done in between episodes. I'll still end up someplace and do my very darndest to attack somebody, and make sure I'm on top of that. But it's kind of the way it goes. Hello, Miss Air Elemental. Okay, sorry. Coup de grace. Now that seems very interesting. If they're below 20% vitality, I can just outright murder them. It costs 10. Now she's got buku points, so that's not really an issue. Might be really good against people. I'm not positive. Wind up toy, walk in shadows. What was the one I actually wanted to do too for what's her name? The one where I walk on air. I forget. Can't do it yet. Shadow step. Here's the other one. Slip through the shadows, attack target from behind, dealing this damage, then go back to where you came from. So you could be in one location and then pop around and then murder somebody who's really, really low on health to kill something. Or we have the one where coup de grace. Coup de grace also costs like a gajillion dollars. So is that going to influence my decision making? It shouldn't. It seems like this is the way to go. Man, that's expensive as all heck, man. Making me regret this. But this might be the answer. I mean, if you get a boss character down below 20% health, then we're in business. Assuming it's not, like, immune to execution effects. We're doing it. And it doesn't cost as much. And yes, I should be doing all of this with, what's her name? Inventory. Yeah, just sell it. But I, once again, decided not to do such things. I don't really care. Lockpicking, as long as I have another lockpicking build for, what's his name? Which one sells for more? Yeah, it just has to have the stat of lockmaking. We can get rid of that finally. Don't need you. The +1 strength, nope. Don't need you no more. And do you want a buffalo saber? Yeah, you sure do. Alright, so Ziyal is now a masterclass rogue.
Oh my. Hello.
Yeah, thanks. And let us check it out. Let's see what the icon looks like. It's really cool. Coup de grace. You've got that something special. I think that means you've earned a whole bunch of those. Target that's below 20% vitality. Alright. So, we'll have to pay attention to the numbers a little bit more, but it's a small price to pay for the potential just to murder somebody outright. And I might get rid of Crawling Infestation for the other one, for Shadow Step, because this Crawling Infestation, we've seen that, well, if they make a pass, they don't blow up, and they have like a bunch of turns to be able to make that willpower save, so that is something to consider as well.
By
Hi.
the hoary beard of Boreas, can it be?
Hey, come.
You've come home. It's about time, isn't it?
Sure
Your
is.
quarters have been invaded by all manner of madness.
Okay, I don't think it's really a question. Rain of Arrows is fantastic. The other one that was Master was Blows Up Your Target. And it was also another level 12 one. I think that this is kind of like the ultimate ability. And so we'll go with that. Doo-doo-doo. And in our adventures to get rid of stuff we don't need. Hey, look at you. A lot of stuff we don't need. Yeah, just sell it. Sometimes you don't have to think too hard. Just go like this. Get rid of it. I don't know why I'm keeping some. It's because I'm Lore Master Ring. Probably one perception over dexterity, honestly. Get rid of that. This belt. Get rid of that. Right. Look at this. I'm actually cleaning out inventory, people. Can you believe it? It's insane. Telekinesis I'm keeping around just in case for some reason or another. And I don't remember that's what I wanted that for. Bam. Okay, so it is done.
Off to explore.
It's great. And Bear Daughter herself's the one who uses it, so Rain of Arrows. And it's right over here. Now, this is a skill that I plan on actually using more than, you know, like never. Which some of these things, like this one, like I loathe Splintered Arrow because it's not very good. And the math is not that great, so I want to make sure I put this one here. So it's there, I remember use it. So they got a 5-turn cooldown, huh? Is that just, I wonder if I mean, I lost a bit of dexterity, but I wonder if, maybe it's just always a 5-turn cooldown. The question I have is, what does it look like? Blam! We'll see it. Oh, yes. Okay, so everyone's picked up something. Seamus needs to pick up another Master Level 1 eventually for Man-at-Arms. We're not at that point yet. I think I need for Bear Daughter, for her Elemental, she needs to be able to stand or fly over the stuff, so she's for Elemental Ranger. So that's something to remember for next time. But that is something for next time, especially when I'm a little bit more cognizant of what the heck is going on. So, we're going to head on back to the Cave of the Immaculates, and hopefully there's some Immaculates to fight. That is the way to go. There is also just initiating violence upon these Immaculates, and I think I'm going to do that because I could really give a darn. I don't know. It might screw up the whole, like, you have the blood of the Immaculates on you, these particular Immaculates. So they may, you know, cause a fuss and be like, no, you can't come into our Immaculate Cave with our Immaculate secrets. Because they got upset and attacked a goblin, for God's sakes. It's a goblin, okay? Come on, man. Plus, he was totally being wrong to Ralphie. I mean, Ralphie was a good guy. And Ralphie taught us some stuff about the Goblin Village, which is definitely cool to know for the future. Because I think the way that I'm going to be going is going through the trial dungeon. The Immaculates is a little bit main questy, and then we'll be heading over to...
moving so fast?
We're all moving the same speed. Then we'll be heading to the Goblin Village and taking on stuff. And this, like I said, this is all new territory, with the exception that I kind of know what's going on with this cave, or at least I I barely remember it, but I have some idea. I do know we also get to look forward to spiders. Yay for spiders, am I right? Because people watch LP know that for some reason, don't have a problem with spiders in real life. If I had one crawl across my skin, I'm just like, yeah, that's life. But when it comes to video game spiders, oh hell nah. You ain't don't be touching me, no video game spiders, because they always look so darn evilly. And my instinct, picking up crap again. Hey, look, nice. See, this is where probably Survivor's karma's up, but I'm not. And hi, we have to talk to rats, and we all.
Welcome, initiates,
Yay.
to the Corridor of Bane.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You advanced thinking it was coming to you, lady. Hi. Hello? Dope. Hello? Dope. Dope. Rope it up. Rat.
Help! I'm lost. I was trying to get to the hidden Immaculate village. Is this the way?
You're supposed to tell me stuff, pet pal. Not just, you know, like, hey, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Hey, do you know? I don't know. Now, I do believe... I won't be able to. I do believe that you can actually unlock these doors. I might be wrong in that regard, though. Closer together. Yeah, I believe you can unlock those doors, or at least it seems familiar that you can. But I don't have what's his name with me, and I'm certainly not going to try. So we're just going to go through it the old-fashioned way and hope for some good old-fashioned violence. The F is this. What? Why? Why are you like this? To the quick save. Huh. Okay. Well. Oh. Yeah, something seems familiar now. It's like in the back of my mind related to this particular thing that's happening.
Look at the floor. The stone is black as night.
Sinister place, this Corridor of Bane.
Yes, this is.
Something has gone terribly awry.
I don't feel so good.
Ah, not for us. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm like really like, look at me. I did not get the rats because of this. Ha! Another victory from Medea, says the pompous Loic fellows agree to join the Fabulous Five. All I must do is return to join his little cult. All in return. No matter, I will pass our trials at ease and have another dupe in my beck and call. See? Secret unlocked. So, the secret is the Fabulous Five is a bunch of douche nozzles?
Hold!
Welcome, initiates,
Hello.
to the Chamber of Burdens. Only those who can balance the weights of knowledge will see the walls of ignorance evanesce afore their eyes.
Evanescence, huh? Alright. Back up a bit. Sounds good. Yeah, catch them all on fire. I don't even care. Milk does a body good, but not if you're on fire. So if this is
Careful now. That's a trap.
I just walked right into that one. Jahan, you're making me look stupid again. I don't need any help, thank you. Mass heal should be enough. Awesome. If that's not enough, we'll just cast it again. Okay, so the proper weights and measures. Yes, now this is what you want to be doing when you're on cold medication and you're not sure what your last name is. And you probably shouldn't reveal that to the internet, even though it's pretty easy to find. 0%. Was it just me, or was the fact that... Okay, when Jahan walked over, it was 0%. Alright, so we have to figure out what weights and measures are going to be enough. Hello, Mr. Mouse. Hello. Let's walk into some mines as I try to talk to you.
What's pretty awful, but I've seen Brandon wield Tenebrium without contracting so much as a sore toe.
See? That's like, if you didn't know that, now you do. Okay, so this is... Thou shalt not pass this trial of the Immaculates until you get the weights and measures right. And I know that there's... And I vaguely remember, I should say, that there is more to it than that, or there's something that's going to tell us more. It's a little dark in here too. I've already boosted up the gamma quite a bit though, haven't I? Ah, the heavy barrel. See? Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Pick up some ore found in random boxes. I'm going to spare everyone the... I'm going to open up everything that exists. But obviously, so we need to place down the right things and the right ones. What percentage is supposed to be. And I think we find out more... Ah, here it is. Up here. I don't like this gamma at all. Gamma up. Does that even do anything? It's hard to tell. That's just the way the cave looks. That's all I can say. It's really hard to see. Oh no, not the book of the bloody Immaculates. Warning. What's the warning? Okay. Type. No. Wait a second. Warning. Crack it open. You'll never leave this dungeon alive. That is... You need to write a book for that? Okay. Chaos Rules Rivellon by Dimona. This book describes a time when the damned will overthrow the Divine One, and chaos will finally be victorious over law and order. Can't be sure whether the author wishes this to happen or things will happen, but it reads like a prophecy. Okidoki. Second book of the Immaculates. Once an initiate understands the basic premise, he is ready to perceive energy and yada yada yada. And I think I've already read this, so yippee-ki-yay. Or if I haven't, I haven't. I'm not going to care about it right now. Anything in these drawers? Looks like, does it look like you can go through here? Feels like it. Okay. Something's gonna tell us more about this.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap.
Why would they do such a thing? The monsters. Explosions. Trap disarm kit. The irony is not lost on me. Okay.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Man, they just really love their traps, don't they? Okay. Alrighty. I thought that there was an explanation for this here puzzle that we have here. Yeah, you can get in there. You totally can get in there. Is that what I need to get in there, is by pressing something? I knew that there was something there. Perhaps a switch or something. I don't know. We'll venture that point. But since I've gotten no further instructions... Oh, here we are. Look at that.
Does anything seem different now?
I didn't know about it. They just find out. Whoa. It's opened up. Huh? Why am I making you do this? Hey, it's still pretty nice thing to pick up.
This seems to be broken.
This is a broken vase. Bucket with water. Seamus will carry everything. But I think this is a good sign because that weighs...
Not even worth the rummaging.
It is, though. Totally is. Huh.
This seems to be broken.
Sorry, guys. It's from episode 2. Attack of the, my second episode. Clones. I just love when they just say, it seems to be broken over and over again. Now, we have ourselves the weights and measures. I'm thinking that this bucket of water, it's a very pretty big clue that it's hidden away the way that it is. And this looks like it's the right size. 200%? Is that good? Is that too much? Do we have to empty the water out? I don't know. Probably 100% is what I'm going to be equaling here. This seems like the biggest one by far. So this one's 200%. We're going to take this. We have to see what it weighs. So it actually is weights and measures. So there's a bit of a puzzle going on here. I'll
I
see.
guess someone else got here first.
So this weighs 2 pounds. So we need something that weighs 1 pound. How about Chaos Rules Rivellon? Because this thing sucks. 50% and warning on top of it. Click. Yeah. So one of the shields has gone down, Captain. I think the heavy barrel from down here, bearing the crest of the Immaculates, is the next way to go. Right? Yeah. Seamus, can you just hold on to this, right? So strong. So manly. I wish I was as manly as Seamus. My beard is as manly as Seamus, okay? And I can only hope. I mean, this is what I'm holding on to, folks. Bam. Perfect. Alright. Alright. We're making it happen. And I didn't actually see what that weighed, so I probably should pay attention to that. But I'm gonna guess that you, Mr. Vaz, will be enough. Vaz, vase. 200%, so no. Let's see what it weighs. Checking out my stuff. It weighs 5 pounds, so we need a 2.5 pounds on here. And since this shape is like, or shaped like that, I'm gonna guess this one. Oop, get off it. You weigh 0%. Oh, they both weigh the same? Wait, what? Oh, no, okay, someone else was on it, that's why. It's okay. Looking over there. Only one left. And this will be the bucket of water watch.
There we are. We can continue further down this dungeon.
I wonder what's next.
Me too. Well, we'll have to find that out next episode. Oh, I'm such a tease. I know. Thank you very much for joining me in this episode. I know it wasn't exactly action-packed glory of combat, but it was still fun for me to do regardless, especially considering I'm a little under the weather. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, and happy holidays. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.